Yo, 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 it's Misha Dex
Your boy
and
Keymon. Your boy Keymon. See, what? First of all, you ain't gotta do that. Just flow with it, cause then I feel like I'm gonna have to match your energy, and you know I have a history of being petty. So
that's it again. You have a history of being
history of
petty. That
being
is a you
petty.
thing.
So it's definitely in
First of all,
that
pause.
bag of
I need
trauma
you to
that we
go
talk
ahead.
about.
I need you to go ahead and show me some grace because your girl was sick. Okay.
Oh man,
And
there's
I don't
nothing
get
wrong with you.
sick. That
There's
was
nothing wrong with you.
food. I was the two S's. Okay.
Y'all,
Stinking and
y'all,
sleeping.
y'all, y'all, y'all.
Stinking and sleeping. That's all
Oh man.
That was me. That was me. I was 4 days down.
I hate
Now I'm
getting sick,
just,
especially when it warms up. It's just the worst. Like when it's hot and you sick, you can't it's just a bad mix.
first
It
of
is
all,
a
I don't
bad
get
mix.
sick. I just don't like being sick. It's just not a good look for me. And I don't like to stay stagnant. Like,
Yeah.
I never knew how much I moved until I couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
No, for sure.
the moment I felt like, no, no, oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna go downstairs. I made a cup of coffee the fourth day. I said, oh. I could strip my bed down and start. Man, when I tell you I disinfect everything except for my thoughts, everything got disinfected. You hear me?
You should have disinfected them things too. So question for you. Question. No,
No, no, F
I,
that. Why are you
no,
so rude?
no. Question for you.
Okay.
Uh, thinking is. I think I asked this before. Is Is it the same when you think thoughts versus saying thoughts? Is it is it like still bad? Like if you have a thought but you don't say it, but it's like a fucked up
Oh
thought.
yeah, because that was how you felt. Oh, listen, I be trying to get into heaven every day, and I tell you, it's some days I'm falling short. Because I'd be like, why did I say that about her hairline? I don't even mean that. Like, why did I say that in my head? Like, or like, I'd be like,
Damn, I thought my thoughts was bad, but you have some fucked up thoughts. I wonder what you say about me.
I tell you, it ain't no thinking. It's speaking. It's the
Yeah,
difference.
I
Thinking and
appreciate it.
speaking.
I appreciate it.
And
I
you know what's
appreciate it.
crazy? So my friend Greg in Jersey sent me this thing on Instagram. It was a study and it says by 300%, friends that insult each other have the deepest connection.
Yeah,
You welcome.
for what?
You,
Yeah, I'm not.
you're welcome.
I'm,
This connection, you
okay,
want to be
but
by?
it just
It sounds like you about to say bullshit.
yeah.
Bullshit.
But I don't want to be negative on the podcast, so let's move
You
forward.
just be you. Just be you. I mean, at this point, this is episode 12, my guy.
12, oh,
You
12.
see?
That's a lot.
And we still friends. That's
Yeah,
wild.
well, yeah, and we actually fucking talk still about shit that we don't even like. Like at this point, you would think like we didn't talk about everything, so like why are we talking at this point?
No, but we
Like
haven't.
outside,
Like
we haven't,
there's
and we
And then the
haven't.
other thing is we don't oversaturate our conversations, meaning like we don't talk every day, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
in between the times that we're talking on the podcast, this is the most besides when we're in person, right?
yeah,
But then it's like so much be happening.
yeah,
Like I be dealing with certain stuff and I be like, dang, I don't know if I want to talk to him about it just yet, or do I just want to wait? But then it's like, how much do you want to like give? Because I know we give a lot. Like we give a
hmm,
lot in this podcast, and I think the important part of that was we did state like this is the space we're going to create it. We're going to determine what that looks like. So, for example, um, when the Super Bowl happened, somebody was like, "Oh, I know y'all about to go in about that Kendrick Lamar performance," and I was like, "No."
yeah,
Everybody else doing that,
yeah,
right? Like I want to keep that rhythm and flow of we are here for real topics that are
yeah,
impactful to us.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
we are drowning in the thumb throbbing, looking at
mm,
posts, just doing this all day.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
don't want to bring that to this space. Like this
yeah,
space is where I really want to talk about the thoughts that are happening, why the reason why you're saturating yourself with
Hmm.
looking at Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Like those conversations. So like this week, it's only Monday, right? And when I tell you the challenge has been one, maintaining this healthy space, right? Because
Hmm.
I started back working out and then I got sick after I came back from work. But then today I was in the kitchen, I was rolling because I was thinking about you because I got the boys for a
Hmm.
few days. And I said to one of them, I said, so, well, I told both of them, but one answered, what y'all want for dinner tonight?
Uh,
And I was expecting like the most mediocre, oh, can we order pizza? Or,
uh,
oh, can we make some sliders? I got hit with, can you make some meatballs? I said, wait, you want me to make them or are we going to the store to buy them?
uh,
No, I want to taste what your meatballs will taste like.
uh,
And I felt like, is this what parents go through? Like you, like, what?
that's
So here
why.
I am.
Yeah. 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 You don't
I
get. I
want to
learned
talk
you.
about that.
I you don't give options. You don't give options because especially with these with these two, the oldest ones that can actually verbalize their thoughts and feelings and stuff, they come with something totally different. And it's just like, nope, we're not doing that. So this is what's gonna happen. So I learned, like, yo, we're eating tacos tonight. Okay. Are we getting pizza? Okay. I don't say
Wait,
what you want to eat because one would say Chick-fil-A and one would say crab legs. No.
oh.
Yeah, it's that extreme.
I can guess who says what. I'm sure I know who says what.
It's
But wait a minute,
extreme.
don't act like that young one don't have no opinion.
She definitely has.
She
She
probably
has.
saying caviar, but y'all not reading her baby babble
Man,
good
she
enough.
is. She's off the chain right now. She's off the chain. But no, going back to that platform and how we use this platform piece, I think it's important because I believe that you shared with me that one of your friends was able to resonate with some of the things I shared about my mom and history. And but what's so awesome about that is the little bit that you gave me, I was able to pull from him in terms
Mm,
of what I want to do, um, for my mom, or we talk about distance, taking a little further in distance. And what you said was, he packed up the kids, and I think he traveled to see
he
his
got
mom.
her and brought her
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So
Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to my boy Kenny for that. That was very deep of him to share. And I want you to finish that. I just want to give him a shout out because I think the other part of what we're talking about this platform is that we're not only sharing our stories, this is a space for everybody to come back to us and
exactly,
share theirs. So yeah, shout
exactly.
out to Kenny.
And no, I just want our listener viewers, the people who rock with us, just understand, like that's what this is all about. Like it's not about trying to get views or whatever. It's trying to connect through story. It's trying to help the next person get through their issues, their problems, their struggles, and even celebrate
Yeah.
in the moment. And so, I just wanted to highlight that shit. This is what it's made for. Like, come on,
Yeah.
let's talk about it. Let's community
Yeah.
healing is real, and we need it.
And it's crazy because you said we're not trying to get views, and my rap brain went, no, we're not trying to get views, we trying to get used, like you, YOUS, plural,
Yeah,
like we
yeah.
trying to get used to tell your story. We want you to see how you're not alone. Like again, I'm gonna always highlight that there are people that are one day away from their last day because they're choosing not to heal,
Mm,
right? And if they're
mm,
not choosing it, maybe they miss something, right? What is missing? What are we missing every day when we look at our friendships and you find out something new? Like episode 10, that was a shocker to you. It was
mm.
more shocking to you than me, and it was happening to me. And I
Yeah,
had to come to that realization, right?
yeah.
Of the things that I had to do to kind of balance out the physical and the emotional pain I dealt with.
Mm,
But most importantly, it's like There are people around us all the time that got deeper secrets than that.
Man, and it doesn't come with no age. Like
No,
you have,
it don't have a
yeah,
look.
yeah, yeah,
We're so
for
busy as humans, we are so shallow thought minded that we always think that things look a certain way and that's how we know something, when in
real.
reality, we are prime examples that you don't have to
Yeah,
have a look to be hurt.
yeah,
You
yeah,
don't have a look that says, I feel abandoned, or I'm in a house full of people, but yet I still feel isolated and
yeah.
alone. And this morning, I realized I wanted to do something. And so I talked to my therapist about this, and she was like, because she had brought my dad up, and I said, that's so funny. I was sitting on the edge of my bed this morning, breathing with both nostrils, right, with no
Hmm.
snot. And I said, oh, I must be in my right mind. But no, I said, I think I want to start recording me and my dad's phone conversations.
Mm.
And I was
That
like,
is,
I'm gonna ask him once because he gonna forget, right? And then it's just
mm,
gonna record the rest of them. And he gonna be like, when
yeah,
you do that?
yeah.
I think me and Mr. Reginald need to have some recorded conversations. I don't know. I'm not saying his days are numbered or anything.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said it because I miss my mom. Like my mom's birthday was this month on the
Mm,
6th, right? And I don't have nothing.
yeah,
Because she
yeah,
died in 96, I don't have any recordings
yeah.
or anything. And I remember her voice faintly, or there
Hmm.
are certain things that I'll be like, oh my God, that sounds like something. Oh, that sounds like
Yeah,
my mama laugh. But
yeah,
I was like, I want to start recording me and my dad's conversations. And
yeah.
I think it's because I'm realizing my dad is so funny without trying.
Mm,
Like he don't take too many things serious, but he survived everything.
yeah, yeah.
And he's an example of somebody that you think you know who he is.
Just complete opposite. I know that I used to. Why are you in this goddamn kitchen? Why you over here eating?
Hey,
So
but
no.
Pups is funny. He's so funny, and I think that I'm learning to appreciate more of understanding that. I think the more I'm healing, the
Mm,
more I'm getting
yeah.
this opposing thought that I had before about like, what if my dad just never realized that he had an opportunity to heal certain things?
Mm. It, but is it that though? Well, not is it that like questioning
Hmm.
it, but
Hmm.
also realizing like this shit wasn't open for them back then.
Right.
Like if this was like they wasn't exposed to anything outside of the norm. And if you was, you were very lucky and privileged.
It's interesting because it's so much I want to say, but then there's so much I want to be respectful of my dad, right? And how much
Mm.
he would even want anybody to know anything. But the more I talk to him, the more I find out he has some unresolved
Oh yeah,
things,
for
right?
sure.
And it's interesting because I get to see this vulnerable side of this 70-year-old now,
Mm.
right? Where when I was younger, my dad was this big force. Like you remember his voice is, hey,
Yeah, yeah,
what's up?
yeah,
He
yeah,
got that
yeah.
deep voice, right? And then my dad used to have this big old beautiful black hair, and
Hmm.
he was like the
Yeah,
tallest
no
thing.
more.
He, and he talking about I stole it, sir. Talking about what you cut your hair off for all the time. I didn't win balls so you can have hair, sir. Don't mix my blessings with your stresses, sir.
Oh man.
But now looking at my dad, he's smaller. And
Mm,
there's some things I can appreciate. Like for example, me not getting sick. I really think it's because of my daddy. My
yeah.
dad is not a sickly person and he has beat everything that he's ever had.
Mm, mm, mm.
And I'd be like, and he just be moving. Like when he had cancer, right? The doctor was like, okay, so we're gonna put you on medical leave. We're
Mm.
gonna put you on medical leave because when you're going through chemo, we need you to have downtime. This Negro was up walking every morning at 7 in the morning. None of his what they said would be side effects from chemo.
Yeah.
The only side effect he had, are you ready? Was he would get hot when he went to bed. He said, "Is this what menopause feel like? I just be just sweating like I done pissed from my ears to my toes." And I was like,
Definitely
"That's your
sounds
only
like
side effect?"
that.
Like I took him on a work retreat with work with me, and nobody knew he had cancer,
Mm, mm,
right? And
yeah.
so what I'm saying is, I'm learning like. I really do have a bigger appreciation for his survival, him
Mm,
as a person. But like you said, they didn't have these outlets or it wasn't presented like it is
yeah.
now. Like everything
Yeah.
is out loud. So,
And it is still hard for, even though, everything is presented to us, is spoken about, people are, highlighting the beauty and being vulnerable, the beauty of searching for your mental strength, your mental health. It's still that part of the ego that individuals battle with, that don't want to take that step. So it definitely looks different. But what I was gonna say to everything that you just said about your pops is take advantage. Take advantage of every moment. And as I'm telling you this, I'm telling myself this, right? Take advantage of this moment, because what I realized last week, I went to a funeral, so buried my high school buddy
my
who
condolences again to that.
appreciated. But I left that like fuck,
Mm.
like like you're lucky. Like you are very, very lucky. And why are you not taking advantage of these opportunities, these moments? And and unfortunately, it takes moments like like these experiences to trigger like that fire. And it might be a fire that's lit for a week or whatever the case may be, but it's a fire that has been feeling good for me, or to me, because I've been able to, act out my creativity in weird ways, right? Like my
Hmm.
iced coffee video. Like I
Hmm.
just order, like, nigga, try, like, go order some, like,
Man, it's so many times I wanted to text you, but I was like, if I text him, he gonna stop doing it. Let me just let the man
yeah,
be in the
yeah,
space.
nah, but that one was, just I had the girls here. I'm like, y'all want some iced coffee? All right, daddy. Ooh, daddy, that was good. Can you make me another one?
Wait,
Like
pause. You ain't, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, what? I'm
what?
coming over tomorrow. Carry
Why?
on, because I want
I'll
my
be at
iced
work.
coffee too.
I'll be at work. Um, we don't serve. We're not open for coffee after 12. Um, but in those be the moments though where you know it's like take advantage. Like, and I swear, like I be acting like I'm so grouchy on the outside, but inside I'll be warm and enjoying these moments.
You be what?
I'll be warm and enjoying the moment. Definitely,
Did you?
definitely.
You said something. You said, and I was sitting on it because I was like, how do I say this? Because my goal is to never invalidate a thought, right? But
Uh-huh.
to actually uplift and give another perspective.
Yeah,
And you was like, unfortunately, it takes this. No, I think the
mm,
is a whole different piece, and the
yeah,
fortunate part is you're still able to learn.
yeah,
So
yeah,
the is the undoing that train of thought that you can't do it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Undo the thought that you can't be happy while seeking
mm,
it. But the fortunate part is that you're able to receive it. Like you're
yeah,
able to go to a funeral and not walk away like, okay, it's time for my funeral. You
yeah,
walk away saying, you know what? This is a reminder that I have things to live for. I
yeah,
have things to still do.
yeah,
Because the moment you walk away from a funeral and go, it's time.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
No,
ready to plan mine.
he's definitely ain't saying that shit.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think
Yeah,
it's unfortunate, honestly. I think it's very fortunate of you to receive you. Sometimes
yeah,
people go to funerals and they walk away with this heaviness because of not doing certain things prior to this loss, right? You're
Mm,
looking at the loss. Like the unfortunate part is losing
yeah.
that
Mm,
person. I didn't have so many
yeah.
losses. Quick side note, me and my therapist was meeting in the beginning, and every week I'll tell her a story about somebody amazing in my life, and I'll be
Uh-huh.
like, oh yeah, and they died. And she said, one day she just stopped me, like our month in. She said, you know that you always end with somebody dying in session? I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and then then I had two more
Yeah.
deaths. And I was like, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm done. I'm done.
But that's the beauty of that shows who you are though in terms of so many people that you're connected with and connected to. Unfortunately, I mean for like that
Yeah.
obviously that experience you experienced that experience, but in the moment it's just like shit. I was able to touch somebody. I was able to touch somebody, and no matter what version of you they got, it was still a blessing, right?
Oh my
They could have
God.
got
And
the
that's what I and now and you got my point. The thing is this. It's not that I have lost so many people. The reverse is I have met so many great people.
mm-hmm,
And when you add more numbers on top of numbers, eventually those numbers reduce. But if I
yeah,
only had two friends, then I lost everybody.
yeah,
I feel so blessed. I'm telling you, I had a situation at work recently that me and you really haven't had a chance to talk
mm-hmm,
about. And I will say this. I felt for the first time I realized who I was amongst my peers
mm-hmm,
because they saw a side of me that was very vulnerable that they never seen before. And I'll keep it short by saying they saw me in a state that they never thought they would see me in, as far as a level of like hurt, sadness,
mm-hmm.
and let down.
Yeah.
And one of my coworkers said, "I don't have anything productive to say, but I do want to tell you I admire your bravery,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish I knew how to support you."
Mm,
And it was followed up with, "Man, Misha, you check in on everybody. I've never seen you like that before.
yeah.
I'm always looking to you for light, laughter, and a good time. And to see that was robbed from you in this moment, it made me think about, wow, even Misha can be touched."
Mm,
And I thought about you because I thought about something you said. You're like, yeah, I know stuff be happening to you, but I'd be like, she all right. She
mm,
gonna make it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the truth is, I will, because I
Yeah.
claim that, right? My faith has allowed me to see that time and time again. But I do know that even in your lowest moments, people can remind you of your highest,
Mm,
and it will bring a balance to you that is unexplainable.
yeah.
And I really do feel like, again, going back to this being a platform, it's not a platform because we're looking down on people. I think it's a space where we're uplifting each other and we're inviting people to sit with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
come share your ups and downs with us. Like I
Yeah.
said on
Yeah.
episode 10, share your grief with me so I can share
Yeah.
my strength back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the way that the world is going right now with all the political stuff that's taking place, people are leaving the country because they don't even want the name American
Yeah.
associated with them,
Yeah.
right? I'm so amazed at the level of support I noticed too. Like, as much as we're seeing the negative stuff happen in the world
Mm-hmm.
right in our face constantly,
Mm,
one thing I could say, I've seen people come together that I never thought I would see come together.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the more we realize our strength, not just in numbers, but our strength in faith, right? And understanding how much we have overcome as people, like even seeing Black people come together that had, religious differences.
Yeah.
Like, hold
Yeah.
on. Now, listen, you may pray, you may meditate, you may do something else, but we all feeling this right now.
Yeah. And that's what it comes down to. I mean, the emotion is the emotion, right? And that's no matter beliefs, views, whatever the case may be, you cannot sit and tell me the person to my left, right, front, back hasn't gone through anything, haven't experienced the same emotion that I felt when sad, feeling like you're by yourself. And that, I think for me, that was the moment where I felt it was okay to share my story.
Mhm.
Because when you sitting in it, when you sit you feel like you're sitting in it by yourself, that shit is heavy. But I didn't share so many things, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know this. Damn, you going through that, or damn, me,
And
all that
isn't it
help
a
here.
trip that people be more ashamed of your story than you? Like, why do we? So this is might sound like a complete term, but it's not because it's the word shame that I just
Mm,
really fall into. Like, for example, why are victims? I'll go as far as rape victims.
mm,
Why are they shamed?
mm,
Shamed to silence. Like they've already endured this violation,
yeah, mm,
and then they get to a space where they finally feel like, you know what, I can speak up for what happened or what took
mm,
place. And then this level of shame is shunned upon them, right? They're starting to second guess, or how do
mm,
we know you wasn't wearing this? So it's my fault that somebody didn't have
yeah,
self-control.
yeah. Not to that because I'm not touching that at all.
You okay? You okay?
But I think what it is that damn, I kind of lost my thought. Damn, I lost my thought.
Well,
I
I mean,
lost
I
my
probably
thought.
caught you off guard, and that's
Yeah,
okay if you lost
yeah,
your thought,
yeah.
right?
No, no.
Because no, again,
I
it's
ain't take
heavy,
it
but
out.
you don't have to. But that's the thing, though, right? Right. But that's what society does.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Society puts that stank on stuff, and then guess what? You're not able to have conversations like that because it pushes you out your
Yeah,
comfort. Well,
yeah,
guess what? Some things will do that.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it'll make you lose your train of thought because it's so far off what you even wanted to talk about, think
yeah.
about. But look at it like this. Just imagine losing your train of thought all the time because one, you don't want to touch that. Not even that it's your story, right?
Hmm.
But what if it is your story
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
keep losing your train of thought
yeah,
because you can't shake
yeah. I hear you.
these
I hear you.
spaces.
It's crazy as you talk about that, or this. I always relate like golf to like life, right? Like every moment is like your next moment. But when you spoke about society right now, I had this fixation about traffic,
Mm.
correlating it to life, right? Like everything around you is the society. Like that's society, right? You stuck at a red light, you wait 2 seconds after the turn green, somebody honking at you to go at their pace. Like you get what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
you you being tailed, and you know, like people are getting mad at you for honking the horn because you felt like your life is in danger. And it's like, don't be honking at me. And it's like, well, shit, I felt like my life is in danger. That's why I hunk.
Well, you want
Like,
to hear what's
yeah.
so interesting about you saying that? I always talk to young people about the power of exchanging energy.
Mm,
And traffic is my favorite one to show.
mm,
You can be having the smoothest day, the dopest night, and
mm,
somebody did not do time management well. So
mm.
now they're late, and now
Yeah,
they bring that rage to the road,
yeah,
and now that beautiful serendipitous day of yours.
yeah, it's
You see how I
ruined.
changed my voice? That day that was going so great is now going to hell, cuz.
you should you should be like one of
Because
them
people,
motivation speakers in the meditation app or whatnot.
oh, it's like you already know I'm a
Yeah,
motivational speaker, but the app part, I don't know.
yeah,
I might
yeah.
lose my cool a few times. Motherfucker, wake up from sweat.
Nah, but no, it makes sense. But like, I just feel like traffic is just one of them things that correlate. Like, you have society pushing you in so many directions, so many
Actions,
ways,
right?
telling you what's right, telling you what's wrong, and oh, you can't share this because you're gonna push people away, or you can't share this because and it's just like no,
I'm
like
at the
because
age
at
where
the
if
end of
it's
the day,
pushing you away,
but also realizing that. our story, our experience is a magnet. It's inviting.
Just like
It's
traffic.
welcoming.
Hmm.
Like it makes everyone around you feel a part of something.
Yeah.
They might not know what to say to support you, but they feel a part of that piece. And so, yeah, it's
That's because we all dealing with life.
yeah.
And
You got
even
some
in
food
like
stamps.
what? Okay. Okay, what time is it? I'm just kidding. No, I'm just saying, like we all are looking for food stamps, right? Like we all
Yeah.
looking for a come up. We all looking for a
Oh
easier
man.
way to cope. And one thing about community that I'm learning is that it gives you an opportunity to say, "Hey, I'm not the only one." I
Mm,
think that is one of the things that has allowed me to survive so much because I ain't the only one. Like
yeah.
for example, we talked about me and my business, right? And how I'm doing all these different gigs.
Making money.
And I remember at the time where I was closing $1 million deals for organizations. And then I said, oh, well, let me do this on my own. And I'm like, I'm bargaining for 300.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, y'all
yeah,
gonna, you can't give me
yeah,
three? Like,
yeah,
but the
yeah,
point I'm making is I ain't the only one.
yeah.
I see other people that do what I do
Mm,
and they're struggling. And then I see them at their highs. But one thing I've started being grateful for is God, thank you for giving me these different talents and these
mm,
different skills. Like one friend was like, is there anything you can't do? I said, I just say the opposite. I
yeah,
don't think about what I can't do. I'm thinking
yeah,
about all the
yeah.
things that I
You
can.
can't. And if I really, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna go home and figure it out.
Because I got to.
Hey,
I
got to,
got to.
got to.
Well, I know our time is coming to an end, but I want to ask a question. If um if there was something that you can heal with the snap of your finger in your life right now, what would that be?
Heal wherever I can take it, wherever I want to take
Yep, yep. Just don't take it to your bedroom.
it.
Oh.
Can you ask the question again, please?
If there was something you can heal in your life, any in any capacity, with the snap of a finger, what would that be?
I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it to back to my mom and the addiction,
Mm,
and not saying now, but previous to how we got here, and and throw in like me healing to, I guess, understand the power of addiction
mm,
and what it does to individuals. Because personally, I can't sit here and tell you I'm addicted to anything,
got it.
right? And so I don't know what that feels like, because I feel like every at times, not now, at times I felt like every human has control over their decisions, over their
Mm.
actions, but that's not the case. So yeah, that'll be the answer. What about you?
The reason I was just about to say, the reason why I asked that is because I've thought about a lot of things lately. And I think about the things that have impacted the way I respond, right? Or lack thereof. And I think if I can heal anything, it's my abandonment issues.
Mm,
Because the way I respond, I either overly show up, and that's
mm,
not always good, right? Because then people are used to that. And then when you say no, it
mm,
causes conflict because that's who you
yeah,
become to them, right?
yeah.
But also because of that, I don't want people to do stuff. And it's not that I don't want to, right? I
Mm,
just feel like I don't know how to differentiate the intention sometimes.
mm,
And I've said this several times, like sometimes I really don't know how people truly feel
mm,
or see me as their friend. I just assume sometimes it's associates and then I find out like I'm some people's favorite person.
But why do you even do that?
It's the
Because
abandonment piece.
yeah,
It's
okay.
making
Because
sense. It's trying to make sense of you have these people that like your parents, for example,
mm-hmm,
right? And I'm using this as an example. They're supposed to be the first people we love.
mm,
They're supposed like, people make comments like, I want my child not throwing shade at your mom. You're not saying I want my kids, my daughters to be like my mother.
mm,
And it's a lot of people that's like, if my daughter was half the woman my mama was,
mm,
right? Like my daddy, I'm not naming my son Reginald.
yeah,
That's out. But
yeah,
like there's things that I realize that are non-traditional to me. And it's because I saw a video of a man turning 70 and my dad just turned 70
mm,
and all his grandkids reenacted photographs of him over the years.
mm,
And I started laughing and I didn't realize I had started crying.
mm,
And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't be able, like, that's not
yeah,
happening.
yeah,
So
no, I hear
I want to figure out, and I know it won't happen like this, right?
you.
But having these conversations is leading me closer to areas of healing that I do want to explore with myself.
Mm, mm, I get it.
So,
I
with
get
that being said,
it.
I had to get you. Why
Why be negative?
be negative?
Why you gotta go with that pause for so long? Jesus, fix your chin. Fix your chin. Now you looking like me.
Exactly. That's why I did that. Remember, we used to do that. Bye.
That's